We are making our way through the GIBS Beyond Banking conference in partnership with Monocle and hosted by the Gordon Institute of Business Science. And I have a returning guest today from last year, Christopher Malan, who is the Executive Manager of Compliance and Prevention at the FIC. Christopher, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you for the opportunity and to give you a year later story.
And I think a positive one. I mean, last year we were talking about greylisting. We had been greylisted by the time we had the 2023 conference. It was disappointing, but I think in a lot of respects, maybe not unsurprising. And now we've wrapped up the regulatory outlook panel, which you were a part of, and I think you've got some positive news. It was great to hear it. So yeah, maybe you can give us an update on where we are as a country around our greylisting and what can we expect in the next few months.
Thank you. So we've made steady and strong progress. It may seem to the outsider that it's only 5 of 22 action items addressed, but we must remember it's a staggered delivery. We are due in a few weeks' time to hopefully receive a further positive upgrade on several key items, which will increase our number. We believe that notwithstanding some quite challenging areas where we would have to do a bit of extra work, we've got 2 more reports to file. We've got a report to file for the September, and then we have another file to file for the January. So September will give us the October, and then the December will give us the January. So 2 more reports in a sense. We've now understood the exam. We clearly understand, we've taken advice, we've had a lot of support. So we believe all things going well, all things being put in place well, there should be no reason why we should not receive a positive affirmation by the Action Task Force to get off the grey list on time.
Yeah, brilliant. I think we were chatting just now about how last year's conference, in a sense, was a little bit pessimistic. We were talking greylisting, grid collapse, and it's fantastic now, a year later, to talk about moving off that grey list. Grid collapse is nothing we've discussed at the conference. I think there's some really positive things to be excited about in South Africa, and looking forward to having you back next year and talking more positivity in banking.
Thank you. Definitely would like to come back. So we have the momentum. That's just the message. South Africa has the momentum. We believe we are working very well towards demonstrating effectiveness in all the remaining items. We are now just need to ride that crest of optimism and effectiveness. So all things being well, as I said, we would be very disappointed if we do not get the nod in January to invite the FATF to come to South Africa to physically review what we said we've done. We believe we will be able to explain and demonstrate, and then hopefully all things being well by January next year at the FATF plenary 2025, South Africa will be removed from the grey list. Yeah. Positive. And we are hopeful and thank everybody for all the work that they've done. And thank you for the conference. It's been very, very interesting to be a participant again.
Yeah, pleasure. I think you've been one of the stars, I'd say, from last year and this year. So, Chris, thank you very much for joining us again.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.